Hey everybody, Curtis here with another pedal demo for you. This time it is the Flux Effects Liquid Ambience, a Polyphonic voice and reverb effect. I'm going to be using my Paler Guitars Classic S guitar with Porter pickups, vintage custom Strat pickup set, going into my Matchless Chieftain amplifier into its 112 speaker cabinet, mic'd with a Sennheiser E906, and here is my clean tone. And here is the Liquid Ambience. And now for some volume swells. So what we have here from Flux Effects in the Polyphonic voice and reverb effect called the Liquid Ambience, we have some really cool features. Octaves, fifths, pitch bends, a very luscious hall-sounding reverb, evolving harmonics, true bypass or trails options, analog dry path, and an effects loop. It has some unique controls on it. I want to go over those quickly for you. On the top left, we have the mix control, which traditionally would control the balance between the wet and dry, but this pedal can do that, but then also there's an internal switch that allows this mix knob to control the output wet level, which is kind of another way to control the effect, and I quite like it, so it's in that mode right now. Next to that knob, we have the Evolve knob, which is unique. It lets you recirculate part of the output back into the effect for a revoicing, so kind of really gives a nice character to the reverb sound. That kind of interacts with this more switch down here, so I'll show you shortly, but when you hold down on this more switch, it kind of intensifies the recirculation and a bend, kind of like an oscillating, more shimmering synth-like effect. It's very cool. And then if we move back up, we have the space knob, and that is really controlling the reverb room size. So to the left is a tighter, smaller room, to the right is a wider, bigger, more cavernous space. And then the last knob on the top right is very cool. It gives us three kind of cool voices to be able to add and control the kind of almost trails of the reverb. It's where you notice them the most. So we have a bend voice, an octave voice, and a fifth voice. So when this LED is indicated right here, we are in the bend mode, and that's at 12 o'clock. As we go a little bit to the left, it goes out. Then we are in the fifth mode, and we have the option to just blend between the high fifth and low fifth. Or we can go back over here. Now we're in the bend mode and the LED's on. But when it goes out again, then we are in the octave mode, which is really cool because we can have a low octave or a high octave or a blend anywhere in between, which is really neat. Right now, I want to show you a little bit more evolve, a little bit more of a bigger room size. And I'll just let you listen. Here's clean. And here it is now with the Liquid Ambience on. And now let's look at the more switch. So the more switch really gives us a cool control over the reverb in kind of a way that almost no other pedal does. It's really, really unique, and I quite like it. Now, I want to show a little bit of the octave and the fifth. So let's just move over here to the octaves now, and we'll show you a blend between the high and the low octave just to start. Now we're just adding in the high octave. So that's a very cool option to be able to blend and or control. I'm going to switch now just to the edge of the low octave on this, and I'm just going to turn up the wet level, and I'm going to crank the evolve. Just let you listen a little bit more to this, because you can hear this kind of low octave, and I just find it's a really kind of unique sound and kind of very synthy. So. So very cool, neat that you can blend them. Let's go over here just quickly to the fifth, and I'll just let you listen here a little bit to them. And so here's clean. So the fifth is really great just when you find the right setting for it. It can really just add a different voice to the reverb, and it's quite cool when you get get it perfectly in the mix. So I just want to do a little bit of volume swells, because that's what this pedal's kind of really excels at. So I'm going to crank the mix a little bit more. I'm going to crank the evolve, the reverb, of room size. We'll stay in the bend mode, and I'm just going to add a little bit of a delay effect here and just let you listen to that. So here's a volume swell just with the delay. So now we want to add the liquid ambience to that. So one thing that's really cool that we can do with this pedal is put another effect into the effects loop, which I have done. I have the Flux Tremolo pedal here, and I just want to show you a little bit how that works. So what happens is when we engage this effect, it doesn't change your sound unless you turn the liquid ambience on. So very quickly, I'm just going to let you listen. So here is the tremolo, and I have chosen a really cool kind of waveform for it, and tapped in a speed, and here is just how that sounds. I'm going to turn on a delay and do some volume swells in this mode with the tremolo on as well. So there we have it, everybody. The Flux Effects Liquid Ambience with the Liquid Tremolo. Two very cool effects. Check out Flux Effects online. They make incredibly high quality products. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you absolutely have to. Please subscribe to my channel if you can. I do appreciate all the likes and comments and views, and I hope that you have a great day. Take care. Bye.